all the way here.
You said, yes, you said you would. So,
So hundreds of fans here on a night like this. Some have been camped out since yesterday.
I heard, and yesterday was a particularly hard day to camp out.
It's true. The sun has come out, though. It's a beautiful day here as the evening descends in New York. When you go into a premiere like this, you've seen the film, you know the work is solid. So do you have any nerves, or is it just about having a good time?
Well, neither really, or both. I don't know. It's a little bit. I haven't seen it with an audience. Now, premiere audiences are not really, the regular audience. To be completely fair to the movie, I'd have to go in about, a week's time into a regular show in one afternoon.
Do you like to do that? Do you like to see it with a regular audience?
Well, I kind of do. I like to do sometimes, not always, but I like to hear the particular reactions to very specific moments.
Is there a specific moment you could tell me in this one?
No, I can't tell. Sometimes you find that you worked on something that just passes more or less unnoticed, and then all of a sudden you hear a reaction to something that you didn't pay particular attention to while working.
So, okay, when you tackle a character like this, and you read the screenplay, and I suppose you connect with that screenplay and you connect with that character, but when you start to talk to the director, Francis Lawrence, do you have questions, or are you kind of like, I'm in your hands?
It's not as principled. You do not make up your mind before you start, and then you stick to it to the end. Sometimes you have a question. You'd be stupid not to ask it. Sometimes you don't have a question where you should. Sometimes you ask a question that you could answer yourself. So it's just like, it's not that different from other strands of life.
Do you go back to the book when you tackle something like this, or you go off the screenplay?
No, it's the book is a different literary form. It's a novel. It's description mostly. A screenplay is drama, is a blueprint for a movie. So I think it's a good idea to stick with what you're doing.
It might confuse the issue if you're looking at two different sources, right?
And you might all of a sudden be tempted to drag something into the movie or your work or your performance that was left out on purpose.
So when you see the fans out here, I know the fans were out there when you were shooting and paparazzi and all of that. Can you separate that? Does that ever interfere with the work a little bit?
Not really, because they're Rob's fans.
How can you begrudge them? I mean, at the end there.
No, I don't. That's part of it, So luckily it's not so much part of what I do.
I know you just finished. We were talking back in LA. You were still in the middle. I think now you're done. Maybe on Carnage, the Roman Polanski film. Another amazing filmmaker. Taking some time off now, or what?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it develops. It'll develop. I'm not worried. Yeah.
In those hands, I'm confident that will turn out pretty good. And then Three Musketeers, I know, is in the can. Are you happy with that one? Did you have a good time on that one?
Haven't seen it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, but that's what it's made for. It's not for deep thought.
3D. Well, have to have a good time with it, right?
And you can think deeply about anything you choose to, but that's not the prime purpose it was made for.
And do you know the next acting gig, or are you kind of looking for the next thing?
I let that develop too. It develops pretty nicely, let me tell you.
The last few years especially have been pretty nice. Well deserved. Congratulations as always on this one. Good to see you. Have fun.